I welcome everyone to our February 3rd board meeting. Please join us in the pledge. Councilman Loman.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Supervisor Whitehart.
Here.
Councilman McCarthy.
Here.
Councilwoman Miller.
Here.
Councilwoman Angelillo.
Here.
Councilman Loman.
Yeah.
Okay, we will begin this afternoon. We have, I believe, 3 site plans. Mr. Trotter, you're up.
Good afternoon, Supervisor, members of the Town Board. I'm Liam Trotta with the Planning Department, and I have 3 site plans to present this afternoon to the Board, acting as the Board of Site Plan Review. The first application is called Renew Dental Spa. The subject site is located on the west side of Bank Avenue, just north of Main Street here in Smithtown. The applicant is proposing to demolish an existing 1,150 square foot office building and construct a new 3,430 square foot 2-story office building with a full cellar and associated site work. So this is the proposed site plan. I'm going to show you, this is the proposed demolition plan of the existing building, just to kind of give you an idea of the footprint of the existing structure in relation to the proposed site plan, where they're proposing the building just out the north property line. So the footprint is getting about approximately like 600 square foot bigger than existing. Due to the building being on the north property line, the applicant has agreed with the property owner to the north, which is the Bank of Smithtown. They have their overflow parking lot directly north. The applicant is going to propose some site work on their property as well. They're going to put a new curb, a landscape buffer between the curb and the building, just to provide some foundation plantings. They're also going to shift the driveway north a little bit, just to create a little more separation between the driveway and the building. The proposed site plan will include a paver patio behind the building, landscaping along the west and south perimeter of the site, and along the south portion of the property will be a concrete sidewalk to connect from the main sidewalk along Bank Avenue to the back of the building. This is the proposed architecture of the building. This is a street view photo of the existing office building and a rendering of the proposed. This is a view from the rear portion of the building. The applicant, this proposal did go to the Board of Zoning Appeals and receive variances, and the applicant has agreed to 5 conditions of site plan approval. The first is that they obtain the applicable building permits from the Town Building Department. The second condition is that the applicant shall provide a design and temporary sheeting and bracing plan used along the property lines in order to protect and maintain existing conditions on the adjacent properties. The third condition is that the applicant shall submit to the engineering department a report from a geotechnical engineer regarding the pre-construction conditions of all adjacent buildings and structures, and the plan to continuously monitor those buildings for potential settlement or damage during construction. A written and signed agreement with the adjacent property owners will be required and must be submitted to the planning and engineering departments. The fourth condition is that the applicant shall obtain a highway work permit from the Town Highway Department. And the last condition is that the existing 27-inch diameter tree on the adjacent property to the north shall be preserved. Does the board have any questions on this application?
No.
Okay,
Okay, thank you.
thank you. The next application is 250 Wireless, Terry Nichols. The subject site is located on the north side of Wireless Boulevard, east of Moreland Road in the Hauppauge Industrial Park. And the proposal is for a parking lot expansion and retaining walls along the north side of the site. So this dash line is the extent of the existing parking lot, and they'll be including a parking lot expansion along the north. And this is really to facilitate, they're now a trucking station. The business of the site is a food distributor. So they'll be facilitating a parking lot expansion for 29 truck loading stalls. They'll be installing a 8-foot retaining wall just north of the parking lot, and the parking lot's on the lower side of the wall. The applicant is also proposing a new generator along the west side of the building and a couple of facade modifications. They're infilling a couple of entry doors along the west elevation as well. This shows the elevation plan. It's kind of hard to see, but the infill of the 2 entry doors are going to be brick to match the main building. This proposal did go to the Board of Zoning Appeals for the special exception of a trucking station as well as the height of the retaining wall. They did receive variances, and the applicant has agreed to 4 conditions of site plan approval. The first condition is that they obtain the necessary permits from the town building department. The second condition is that the applicant install a tree preservation fence around all trees to be preserved on site. The third condition is that all proposed deciduous trees to be planted shall be a minimum size of 3 to 3.5 inch caliper. And the last condition is that the applicant shall obtain separate building permits for the proposed retaining walls. Any questions on this application?
No questions.
Okay.
Thank you.
And the last application is Long Island Cares. The subject site is located on the northwest corner of David's Drive and Adams Avenue in the Hauppauge Industrial Park. And this proposal is similar to the last. It's for a parking lot expansion. This plan's a little flip, but this is the north side of the site. They're going to be bumping out the parking lot and also installing a retaining wall along the north side of the parking lot expansion. This parking lot will be on the higher side of the wall, so the adjacent site to the north is on the lower end. While this parking lot expansion is not necessarily increasing that many parking stalls on site, it's more facilitating the truck maneuverability on site. So there's one curb cut, one access along David's Drive, so trucks drive along the side of the building to access the loading bays located on the north side. The existing conditions are a little tight. It's hard for trucks to maneuver on site without interfering with existing parking stalls, so this will give them a little more room and protect any customer employee parking as well. This application did go to the Board of Zoning Appeals for the proposed retaining walls, and the applicant has agreed to 7 conditions of site plan approval. First, standard, obtain the necessary permits from the building department. The second condition is that the plan shall be reviewed and approved by the fire marshal. The third condition is that the applicant install a tree preservation fence prior to construction. The fourth condition is that the retaining wall shall be screened with evergreen plantings in accordance with the Board of Zoning Appeals condition of approval. The fifth condition is that the applicant obtain separate permits for the proposed retaining walls. The sixth condition is that the applicant shall locate and provide inverts for the interconnection to the town's municipal separate storm sewer system. And the last condition is that the applicant shall obtain a highway work permit from the town highway department. Does the board have any questions on this application?
Yeah, I do have one. How many more parking stalls are gonna be included in this?
It's only about 1 or 2. It's the way the parking lot is laid out.
Yeah.
These handful, I think there are about 12 stalls over here. Those were on a prior approved plan, but they were never used in reality because trucks had to cross over those stalls
Okay.
to back in. So from a plan standpoint, there's no real net gain of proposed parking. Is just to make it more usable.
Any other questions?
No questions.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Trotter. The site plans will be voted on after the agenda is concluded.
Thank you.
Reconvene as Board of Water Commissioners. Deputy Clerk.
Minutes approval, January 22nd, 2026, and the award of bid 25105 for the installation of a new water main at 881 West Jericho Turnpike, Smithtown, to Roadwork Construction Corp., and authorize the supervisor to sign an agreement on a form approved by the town attorney.
Councilwoman?
Yes.
Councilwoman Zarello?
Yes.
Councilwoman Miller?
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy?
Yes.
Supervisor Wareheim?
Yes. We will reconvene as town board and move to the agenda.
There's one correspondence. It's for the Kings Park St. Patrick's Day Parade, March 7, 2026, 11 a.m. until approximately 2 p.m. There are 4 advertisements for public hearing, all to be held on February 19th, 2026 at 2 p.m. Town Hall. The first is to consider proposed local law 1, 2026, adopting new articles of Chapter 256, taxation as it relates to tax exemptions. The second is consider proposed local law 2, 2026, Chapter 324 of the Town Code, moratorium on battery energy storage systems as it relates to an extension. The third is to consider proposed local law 3, 2026, repeal of Chapter 242 of the Town Code, telecommunications facilities and structures and replaced with Chapter 242 entitled Wireless Telecommunications Facilities. The fourth local law is to consider proposed local law 4, 2026, amendments to Chapter 322 zoning as it relates to wireless telecommunications facilities. And there is a advertisement for modifications of the Community Development Program budget year 2023.
Councilman Bowman?
Yes.
Councilwoman Israelo?
Yes.
Councilwoman Miller?
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy?
Yes.
Supervisor Lehan?
Yes.
Minutes approval, January 22nd, 2026, and comptroller items 1 through 12 as they appear on the agenda.
Anyone on the board wish to remove any resolutions from the consent agenda?
No.
No.
Mr. Clerk?
Councilman Bowman?
Yes.
Councilwoman Israelo?
Yes.
Councilwoman Miller?
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy?
Yes.
Supervisor Lehan?
Yes.
Town Board to issue a secret negative declaration determination in the matter of the application for site plan approval by Long Island Cares Hauppauge. The application for site plan approval by 250 Wireless Hauppauge. And in the matter of the application for site plan approval for Inessa Safarov for renewed dental spa, all for reasons stated in memorandums from David A. Barnes.
Councilman Bowman?
Yes.
Councilwoman Israelo?
Yes.
Councilwoman Miller?
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy?
Yes.
Supervisor Lehan?
Yes.
Town Board to award bid 25-122 for cast iron drainage items to Campbell Foundry Co. and Roman Stone Construction Co. Bid 25-109 motor coach bus rental services to Tri-State Coaches, and further authorize the supervisor to sign an agreement on a form approved by the town attorney.
Councilman Bowman?
Yes.
Councilwoman Israelo?
Yes.
Councilwoman Miller?
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy?
Yes.
Supervisor Lehan?
Yes.
Town Board to approve the following. Authorize execution of ASCPA grant project for the animal shelter. Extension of bid 24004, HVAC maintenance and repair with AccuTemp. Extension of bid 24092, automotive lubricants with Fleet Pride Luben LLC, Grade A Petroleum Corp. And Reladine Northeast. Suffolk County Mental Hygiene SUDS contract budget approval form revision. The reappointment of Mark Riley as town engineer for the town of Smithtown. Authorize the Department of Environment and Waterways to prepare and the supervisor to sign and submit a letter of intent and application to the New York State Environmental Facilities Corp. Clean Vessel Assistance Grant Program to obtain partial grant funding for operation and maintenance of 3 existing vessel pump-out facilities. Authorize the return of the caretaker's cottage security deposit to the tenants Kathleen and David Albrecht as per terms of the lease agreement and rider. Amendment to Resolution 25884 to approve consulting services agreement with Miguel Calamano, MD, for services as the medical director for Horizons to modify the rate of pay. Authorization for the Town of Smithtown Director of Environment and Waterways and Director of Planning to participate as municipal representatives in the Fresh Pond Stakeholders Group for the development of a conservation and restoration plan for the Fresh Pond. Highway Department 1-month rental of a loader bucket. Adopt amendments to Chapter 322 of the Town Code zoning with regard to Board of Appeals fees. Adopt amendments to Chapter 138 of the Town Code dredging with regard to fees. Adopt amendments to Chapter 285 of the Town Code trees with regard to fees. Adopt amendments to Chapter 112 of the Town Code building construction with regard to fees. Amendments to the Building Department residential fee schedule. Appointment of Ryan Medwig to the Suffolk County Working Waterfront Committee. Amend Resolution 2025-116 to specify that the purchase of office cleaning services from the New York State Industries for the Disabled is for alternate 1, labor-only, consumable products excluded.
Councilman Lloyd?
Yes.
Councilwoman Ingersoll?
Yes.
Councilwoman Noe?
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy?
Yes.
Supervisor Leonard?
Yes.
Town Board to issue a written consistency determination pursuant to Chapter 151 of the Town Code that Coastal Consistency Review 2026-01 is consistent with the local waterfront revitalization plan as stated in a memorandum from the Planning Director.
Councilman Lloyd?
Yes.
Councilwoman Ingersoll?
Yes.
Councilwoman Noe?
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy?
Yes.
Supervisor Leonard?
Yes.
Authorize the supervisor to execute the following. Department of Environment and Waterways to prepare and file an application with the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation for state assistance from the Household Hazardous Waste State Assistance Program, and to further authorize the supervisors to sign a contract on a form approved by the town attorney. The 2026 Youth Bureau Single Disbursement Agreement with Suffolk County. 2026 Youth Bureau State Aid Agreement with Suffolk County. An agreement on a town board to authorize the supervisor to execute an agreement on a form approved by the town attorney regarding a proposal from FPM Group Engineering and Environmental Services to collect groundwater samples, provide analysis and reporting for monitoring wells at the former Montclair Avenue landfill. Town Board to authorize the Department of Environment and Waterways to prepare and file an application with the Suffolk County Soil Conservation Municipal Assistant Grant, and further authorize the supervisor to sign application materials on a form approved by the town attorney.
Councilman Lloyd?
Yes.
Councilwoman Ingersoll?
Yes.
Councilwoman Noe?
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy?
Yes.
Supervisor Leonard?
Yes.
Approve settlement in the following matters: Grace Vella versus the Town of Smithtown, Christine DiMuccio versus the Town of Smithtown, and Michael Baumeister versus the Town of Smithtown.
Councilman Lloyd?
Yes.
Councilwoman Ingersoll?
Yes.
Councilwoman Noe?
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy?
Yes.
Supervisor Leonard?
Yes.
Personnel matters A through G as they appear on the agenda.
Councilman Lloyd?
Yes.
Councilwoman Ingersoll?
Yes.
Councilwoman Noe?
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy?
Yes.
Supervisor Leonard?
Yes. Concludes our agenda for this afternoon. We will reconvene as Board of Site Plan Review, vote on site plans.
Minutes approval, January 22nd, 2026, and 3 site plans presented today by Liam Trotta.
Councilman Lloyd?
Yes.
Councilwoman Ingersoll?
Yes.
Councilwoman Noe?
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy?
Yes.
Supervisor Leonard?
Yes. Okay, that concludes our agenda business. Do we have speakers?
Yes.
Okay, before we start, public participation subject to the rules of decorum which you have on your speaker card as per Town Code, Section 76.7. Public portion is for town-related matters only. Any unsubstantiated, unverified, or material false information will be interrupted. The 3-minute rule will be strictly enforced. When you hear the tone, you have 1 minute to complete your statement, and the clerk will give you a warning. Thank you very much.
John Chiappino?
Please state your name and address for the record.
I'm sorry,
State your name and address for the record.
John Chapino, 49 Fordham Drive, Smithtown, New York. I appreciate the time to speak to you. On November 2nd, 2025, heavy winds, which were ongoing that week, caused a tree that was owned by the town of Smithtown and property adjacent to our property to fall and crush our fence. In the past, the town has removed the trees and repaired the fence. Over the next couple of weeks, we spoke with the Highway Department, Department of Waterways, and the Parks Department. Some dispatched town employees to come and observe the damage. On November 10th, Maddie from the Smithtown Parks Department left a message telling us to have the tree removed and submit a claim. We did that. On January 7th, the rules seemed to change, and we were told that we had to inform the town 15 days prior to the tree falling for them to be liable for it. But the tree was not a problem. I sent to the town attorney, the tree is vibrant, and I'm not a botanist. So I was hoping that the town would reverse the decision, that any reasonable person would agree that there was no way of knowing that that tree was going to fall, especially since it was healthy. And even if it was, if my tree fell on my neighbor's property, as a good neighbor, I would repair it. I expect that from the town of Smithtown. But it looks like, and I understand the rule, you don't want to be liable for something that's not your,
1 minute left.
you don't want to be liable for something that's not your fault. Everybody agrees with that. You know, if the tree was really rotted and I didn't tell you, and it fell and it crushed my fence, I still think it's on you, but okay, I could accept that. But in this case, the tree was not rotted. And now, to the public, I think, it looks like that rather than using that rule to avoid liability for something that is not your fault, you're using the rule to avoid something that is your fault. And there are 40,000 parcels of land in Smithtown, and every one of them has a town tree on them. So I hope the town of Smithtown people know that they're liable. And I just would like to be treated like a good neighbor. Thank you.
Thank you.
Kathleen Figiano.
Please state your name and address for the record.
Kathleen Vigiano, 1 Woodhill Path, Nessaquak. My husband was a New York City police detective. He was killed in the line of duty on September 11th. And I'm here with Kathleen Inyard. Her husband was stabbed. He was sitting in his patrol car. A man came up to him and stabbed him with a butcher knife and said, all pigs must be dead. So Governor Hochul signed into law in December a tax bill that line of duty's widows would get a tax break. And it's called S 683A. It's to amend property tax of a percentage of your assessed value of your house. And I was here to ask if you would put it on your agenda for February 19th for consideration.
Okay, ma'am. Thank your husbands for their service, number one. You've seen on the agenda these advertisements for public hearings. So those new laws by the state of New York are in here to be heard by the public. That's a requirement by law. And then the board will make a decision on adopting them.
Okay, so we have a year?
Excuse me?
So we have a year?
Yeah, you have you'll see these hearing dates?
Oh, okay.
These are the dates on the agenda, these public hearings.
Yeah.
They include those tax exemptions. We have to pass a local law to accept it.
Right.
And that will be done on these dates. We have a public hearing, then the board will make a decision on adopting them or not.
It won't be before March 1st, though.
Could be. We'll work on it.
Okay.
Why don't you leave your information here with my office and let me see what the schedule for the board meetings are. It's possible it might be. I'll talk
I have
to
all
Jeff.
of her information. I'm familiar with Kathy.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Steve Biondi.
Please state your name and address for the record.
Steve Biondi, 49 Sunny Road, St. James. Good afternoon. I'm here again for one reason, to address an ongoing and serious public safety hazard that the town has been aware of and has refused to act on. For more than a year, we have requested the town to evaluate and document fire and propane life safety hazards at East End Court. The hazard involves 4,000 gallons of buried propane serving multiple homes on less than 2 acres, installed on a subdivision that was treated as a flag lot access and therefore was never subjected or required to have fire access, hydrant spacing, or emergency response reviews. Despite repeated written and in-person requests to code enforcement, public safety, planning, engineering, highway, this board, no on-site fire or propane safety inspection has been conducted to verify propane tank burial or tracer wire installation, and no corrective action has been taken. This is not a paperwork issue. This is a life safety issue that is not being addressed. I'm submitting with this record 2 public documents with this statement. The first concerns 1 Elliott Drive, a property that was actively under litigation, yet the town still coordinated across departments, involved outside agencies, and took enforcement action when safety concerns were identified. The second documents recent enforcement actions taken by the town fire marshals against multiple massage parlor locations where violations were cited, occupancies were declared unsafe, and the facilities were shut down. These documents demonstrate that when the town identifies a serious safety concern, it knows how to act quickly and decisively, even when litigation is involved. What we are asking for at East End Court is not special treatment. We are asking for equal treatment and for the town to do its job. In addition to the same subdivision, there's associated with the Category 5 stormwater drain failure, as identified by an engineering agency retained by the town itself, further underscoring the need for coordinated public safety oversight and immediate town action. Today, I formally notify the town board that, due to the town's and this board's lack of action, we are escalating this matter to appropriate New York State fire, safety, and oversight authorities. We would prefer not to do this. We would prefer that the town just simply did its job. Until this happens, this remains an unresolved life safety hazard affecting residents and neighboring properties. I'm submitting the statement and the attached documents to the town clerk so they are formally entered into the public record. Thank you.
Thank you. No further speakers, I will move to close.
Supervisor Leon?
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy?
Yes.
Councilwoman Miller?
Yes.
Councilwoman Zarella?
Yes.
Councilman Walden?
Yes. Okay, thank you everyone for attending.